Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to say thank you for Ms. Rika who has given two opportunity for Group 5 to present today. We are from Group 5. My name is Friska Salvena, my NPM 2104-0053, and my friends Safia Buldani and Devina Dermawan. Today we discuss about the backward design. Previously, we have learned about the central design and forward design. In the forward design curriculum development model, the material has been determined from the start according to global learning issues. And whereas in the central curriculum development model, the learning material is set at the beginning. And then what about the backward design? Let's see. The definition. In general, backward design is learning design with the process running backwards, starting from identifying results or oriented towards assessment where the real results are from what students understand. Backward design is a development approach. Curriculum begins by making a statement or learning goal expected. Learning activities and teaching materials or knowledge that will be given comes from objectives or statements that have been prepared. Model this development conforms to the concept of Taylor 1949 and Taba 1962, which views that learning objectives are used to improve the learning process in order to achieve the desired goals or results.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Devina Dermawan with NPM 2104-0046. Okay, process of backward design. For the first is outcomes or expected learning outcomes, and number two or secondly is methodology or learning process, and the last is content or teaching materials. The process that goes through is as following. Step 1. Diagnosing needs. Step 2. Formulate goals. Step 3. Choose the material. Step 4. Arrange the material. Step 5. Choose a learning experience. Step 6. Arrange the learning experience. Step 7. Determine what should be assessed and how to it. From Taba 1962-12. Furthermore, methodology plays a role in determining appropriate teaching methods, which ones are effective in achieving the expected goals, and assessment approaches, criteria-based approach, criteria-referenced and approach, is used as a form of assessment. There is no individual role to determine learning outcomes. Learning outcomes are determined by individual discerners.
Learning objectives quote from Plan in Risk. Learning objectives are used as criteria for selecting material, context forward material, teaching process, test, and assessment. The purpose of the formulation of goals learning is to determine the changes that occur in students who use it to design learning activities to that expected goals are achieved. Needs analysis is part of process for determining curriculum and learning objectives as for the step. From needs analysis are 1. Identify learning needs to develop learning objectives. Next, identify linguistic and skill to choose learning objectives. Next, prepare learning plans. Next, choose teaching material and methods. In TBLG, the analysis process needs are used to determine student needs related to activities text needed to learn the target language as for the step of TBLGR. Next, identify the activities in the language to learning and according to the student. Next, adjacent class activities. Next, implementing the BLG method. Next, identify language another needs to perform activities text. Next, follow up. Competency-based instruction. In this method, curriculum development begins with determining learning outcomes. In the form of competence, knowledge, skill, and attitude conferred in the form of daily activities and assignment, which are the end student learning must be able to achieve the expected competency targets. The star referred to is a description of the learning outcome or target that students should achieve. Talk on different curriculum material including linguistic and other. So for 2 activity standard in the curriculum, there are several steps the most working among them. 1. Identify what language a student needs. Example, reading, writing, listening, and speaking. 2. Describe standard and permission in the indicator of its domain. 3. Identify skill, language, and knowledge needed to reach the standard. 4. Choose learning activities and the teaching material. Thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.